Evening 2 games on Match of the Day 2 tonight, and all the goals from yesterday. Dion Dublin and Stephen Warnock are with us. First up, Manchester United against Leicester City. Conor McNamara was at Old Trafford.
Comfortable in the end, but you had to work hard in the first half.
Leicester is a great team and they played really well. They made it really tough for us. Was also, of course, by us. We didn't follow the rules, the principles of our game, from our way of play. And then you get punished, and we are lucky. And it's only by David De Gea that we don't concede a goal.
I think the chances were there, but we couldn't quite put them away. So, but sometimes that's the way it goes for you. I think that we've shown that we've got our goal scoring idea back again, and our creativity. From the last 2 games today, it just wasn't to be.
The first half, we had so many chances to score. Barnsley had a one-on-one, Kelly had a one-on-one. He makes a great couple of saves, man. Really, really top saves. Keeps them in the game, and then Marcus Rashford gets one sniff and puts it away, and that's the form he's in. So we got punished. I think with that first goal, we really took it out of us, and we didn't really recover from then. I don't think.
Confidence is obviously a massive part of anyone's game, but especially for forwards, you want to be, one in the positions to score goals and taking as many of them as you can. So. I feel good, I feel confident, and hopefully it can continue.
With Manchester City dropping points yesterday, do you feel you're back in that title race now?
We don't think about that. We think about tomorrow. We have to be a better version of ourselves, and that is what we have to work for. And we are in February. Don't look far ahead.
He always finds a balance in his interviews and points out where Manchester United went wrong, as well as the things that they did well. Yeah. So he wasn't pleased with the first half performance. So how did Manchester United change things?
I think he was upset because they were incredibly narrow, and there was no width at all. There was no width to United's game. Look at them, they're all within 1/4 of the pitch. If any of those Man United players in there lift their head up, there's no width at all. Leicester want you to play in that small area so they can get to you very, very quickly. If Sabitzer or Fred or Fernandes lift their head, there's nobody to find. You have to find that width just so the game's big, so Leicester have more areas to run into to try and take the ball off you. They're in a good line, Leicester. They're happy with this. They can see what's going on. The ball's in front of them. There's nothing really testing them down either the left-hand side or the right-hand side. A bit of width there, but they're not using it, and then the ball gets nipped off them again. And that happened time and time again. Things changed in the second half. When they did get the ball, they started to see a little bit more joy. Marcus Rashford getting into those areas where we know what he wants to do. He wants to come off the left, come onto his right foot and put the ball in the back of the net. You just put a little distance there in between the right back and the centre half, and that's what you've got to create. This is what you want. You want one winger or fullback on the right-hand side as wide as possible. Marcus one-on-one on the left-hand side, and put it into areas. Don't put it into his feet. Put it in front of him. Play the ball for him, not to him. Man United are very dangerous when that happens, and then they started to get lots of joy. They're okay at the moment. That is fine. They can see the Man United players there. Leicester are in good positions. That's a great run from Wout Weghorst to take Farce away, and then you've got Sancho going into an area. He lifts his head. Bruno stayed away. The fullbacks had to come in to help the centre half. Sends it out to Bruno, gets it back again. That's just good quality football. And they did it time and time again. Alanga came on towards the end of the game, and obviously the manager's been telling him, keep the width, and they did.
The improvements that Erik ten Hag has made are evident when you watch how Manchester United are playing. The interesting thing, Stephen, when you look at the stats, is whilst there is improvement in all of the numbers that we've got there, there's not a gulf between last season and this season. In fact, if you look at the percentage, it's 0.1% more this season than last season. And yet, to the eye, there are so many more improvements.
Yeah, I mean, they look like they've got an identity now. They look like they've got tactical nous. I think when you look at Erik ten Hag on the sideline, he looks calm. He looks assured in what he's doing. He looks like he's got the answers for what's happening on the pitch. So that is the improvement in the manager and what you're seeing. I think when you look at the players playing in different positions, they look comfortable in those positions as well. There's a plan. And I think that's the big thing for me. There's a clear plan going into every game. If plan A doesn't work, we've got plan B. And if we haven't got if plan B doesn't work, I'll find another plan along the way. So it's a huge improvement.
I think you've got a role to play. Whatever the position is, whoever plays in that position has a role to play in that position. It doesn't change.
Yeah, but your analysis there made that point, really. Marcus Rashford went through the middle in the first half, a role he succeeded in the new camp during the week. And yet, in the second half, he was moved back out wide because it wasn't working. So he has those options.
Yeah, I think you need to create the space for Marcus in order for him to be dangerous. And when Elanga came on as well, he created the space as well for him to be one-on-one. I just think United need more space to play in. Use the width. United have always played with width. And now they went in at half-time, got a bit of an earful. Manager told them it's not good enough. This is what I want. And they took it over the white line and they did it to the letter.
And for all that praise, they could have been 2-0 down very easily in the first half.
I thought that was him. I mean, his first save was, a one-on-one where he stood big, and that one's just incredible.
James Maddison, I thought it was interesting that James Maddison used the phrase, those saves combined with Rashford's goal broke, which is the kind of thing a save like that can do.
Well, it does, because if you've got a bit of momentum and the keeper stopping all that momentum with two great saves, and then Marcus puts him ahead, then your bubbles kind of burst.
Yeah. You often feel this isn't our day. And that's how you feel when a goalkeeper's on that type of form. What do we have to do to score?
Well, they probably didn't feel it was their day with this decision either, because not only could Manchester United have been...
I could have gone for that.
Our understanding of this is the reason VAR didn't ask the referee to go and look at it was because VAR didn't think there was an element of Sabitzer being out of control or it being reckless, like an excessive force. That is our understanding of why that's not what we're saying. That is our understanding of why he wasn't sent to the screen.
Yeah, I can sort of understand that, but that is in danger in a player's career. That's high. It's reckless. We were speaking about it, myself and Dion, and we're saying often what happens when players know they're in the wrong or they're not quite happy with the challenge, they go into it with the backs turned, and it's a cowardly tackle. It's trying to protect themselves. But I also think as well that if the referee hasn't spotted it on the field, give it to the VAR, and then the VAR say, go and have a look at it. You're the on-field referee. You know how the game's playing out. Make that decision for yourself.
I agree. I help the referee out a little bit.
Yeah.
If he can't see it, help him out a bit.
Very quickly, because it's the rule at this time of the season, are you in a race to the top four? Are you in a relegation battle? Are you in a title race? Are Manchester United in a title race?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
OK. Next, Tottenham against